Yeah. No, I've never got into drinking coffee.
Really?
I drink mochas.
Oh,
It's just
you're one of them.
It's one of them.
But I don't get like. So you drink energy drinks?
Yeah.
I've never had, unless
like,
it's a
not
Jaeger bomb. I've
regularly.
never had.
It's only because I was in Bournemouth this morning and travelled all the way here from there.
No, it's fair.
So
I'm
that
not.
was the only reason.
Not trying to bag on your choice. But it's just like, have you seen like, I don't know, like some YouTubers have started making like powdered energy drinks
Yeah.
where you mix in water. Have you
Or
tried any
Prime,
of them?
for example.
Yeah, but have you tried any of them?
No.
Like it just tastes like.
Flavoured water.
You remember Sunny D? Did your parents ever say like, oh, you can't drink Sunny D as a kid?
What's
Or am I
Sunny
sure?
D?
What?
Do you know what Sunny D is?
I've heard of it. Obviously, I've never had it. So I didn't drink water for context.
Oh yeah, he doesn't.
What?
Yeah, but for context, nothing.
Only water.
Nothing.
Oh wait, you only drink water.
Only drink
Yeah.
water.
Oh, fine. I thought you said you don't drink water.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Blue Podcast. Today is me and Henry as your hosts, kind of
Dream team.
as per lately.
Yep.
And today we have Dev. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good man. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely,
No
mate. I
worries.
mean, when Henry told me you were coming on, I was like, that's pretty cool, actually. Because you come up on my TikTok, even
Oh, is
as
it?
a Chelsea fan.
Oh, fair.
So sometimes I'm like, okay, I guess I'll watch this one. But
Yeah. I try and keep it. No, actually, you lot have been a good source of like content lately. So
Okay.
like, I have been banging out of all the
seen.
teams because I can't really say nothing about Liverpool, Arsenal, City,
Yeah.
but Chelsea are always there.
Yeah.
to, like,
it's because
make me feel a bit bad.
we're pretty like kind of almost in similar levels in the league right now.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Obviously did beat you last season in the league, but
Yeah.
Where's your FA Cup?
Yeah, what was that goal against Celtic? Was it 4-1 in the end?
bro,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
think so.
pre-season. And you're
Oh, but
having
when
it-
it's
but
us, and when
Yeah,
it's
you
when
always
we're
say-
losing against
yeah.
Rosenborg and we're losing against
I
Arsenal,
didn't say anything
it's a
about
problem.
That. I
I was
didn't say
trying to
anything.
remind
Still
you
won the
about
shootout as well. No one talks about the shootout, which we had for no reason.
Oh god.
Well, to be fair, we got what City, Milan. We got some tough games.
Yeah,
coming
you
up
actually.
pre-season. I'm like,
That's not
it's
your
just-
pre-season.
thing
is
is though, Ancelotti lost every pre-season game in 2010, and then went on to win the league. So
No, I think he won one, didn't he?
I think you're pretty sure he lost 4 in a row.
Yeah, but he won one, then lost 4 in a row. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, but
So
can I
what's
just
Still,
point
still
out?
not good anyway.
Yeah. Can I just point out Ancelotti?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maresca. Like he's good, but
I mean, also Ancelotti, Ten Hag.
no.
No?
Get it.
Don't-
Get it up.
Bold,
Get it up.
I love
Bold
Ten
King.
Hag. I love
so
him
do
so
I.
much, man.
I can't take it when
Adore
people are
him.
like, "Oh, Ten Hag." No.
No,
You got to
see-
stick with him. Like,
See, our other host Lloyd does not rate him. But
No, but
he's a Liverpool fan.
he's a Liverpool fan. So
Context.
exactly.
Who's their manager then?
Exactly.
They've copied
Yeah.
us.
Slot.
His
They've
head
got the
is
B-Tech Ten
shinier
Hag
than
as
Ten
well.
Hag.
Exactly, the B-Tech Ten Hag, and they think they can come at us.
But let's get into you.
Pause. What kind of pod is this?
God, I need to think of a different line for that in the future. These lights are really hot. Poof.
Yeah.
So let's kind of start off your social media journey.
Yeah.
What kind of kicked everything off for you, and why did you start?
It started like as an accident because I was working. So I started my career in like recruitment just to get a job. Like I'm from Birmingham, so I just had to find a job to stay in London after I came to uni. And after doing some scouting and stuff, recruitment was a similar sort of void to get into. So I got into that, and then the few of the companies I was in, it was kind of when TikTok started to take off properly, and I just started making a couple of videos on there. And then I remember making one. It was just a reaction video to something. This was on my main channel, and then that video did like 500,000 in a week, and I just thought, never seen it. I've tried like YouTube, I tried blogs, I tried various like podcasts, various different things, but nothing really took off. And then this one 15-second reaction got me more than I'd ever gotten on years worth of work there. So I thought, all right, let's at least be consistent with it. And then next thing you know, just started doing it kind of every day on the main channel. That progressed to an Instagram main channel. Then I separated it to football, to Instagram and TikTok. Then I separated it into like kind of my football collectibles business, Hobby FC. So now I'm running
How many?
6 accounts.
6 accounts.
Yeah,
Damn,
so
fair.
one TikTok and Instagram each for the 3.
And you doing that all yourself?
Yeah, all
Fair
myself.
play,
Yeah.
working hard.
But it's kind of, I noticed it's kind of minimum effort, maximum satisfaction. So there's not much production that goes into it.
Yeah.
It's kind of just me, like thinking of an idea, putting it out there and doing that. But yeah, I literally just started, I think 2022, I want to say, it's something like that. When I was working, and then it just kind of took off from there. The football one started about just under a year ago, and then Hobby about 3-4 months ago.
You enjoying it all?
Yeah, it's like I think I've kind of developed a nice corner of the internet where there's not I don't get much hate. I think when you're when you're
Don't fucking tap my shoulder. Get abuse from everyone. Man.
yeah, but I think like the only kind of hate I get is stuff that's not worth listening to anyway. Because like I guess when you're brown online, people are gonna say some things, and it doesn't really.
Yeah.
It's no skin off my nose really. But the football stuff, it's like if you've noticed, I've never sworn. I've never really taken the mick out of anyone like directly, and I never say anything personal. It's always about performance, and I keep it quite like upbeat. So I feel like that's kind of attracted kind of a nicer
Very, like glass half full in it, like hopeful.
Oh, I try. Yeah, last season was hard.
It's difficult to keep that. Up,
Last season was difficult to do. But yeah, so I just kind of kept up from there. But it's been sick. Like to like walking down a street and having someone recognize me for it. That's ridiculous.
Example.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I wasn't confident enough to like say anything, but I was like just like a nice smile. I don't want to. This guy's probably
Did I
busy.
smile back? We spoke about it before. Like,
Spoke about this before
please
the
tell me I
podcast.
smiled back.
You must have smiled back like at least like a little
I
bit.
swear you did. I
I
promise.
must have done. I must have done.
I can't remember, to be fair, but I was
I'll
like,
be really disappointed in myself for having. Like, I'm sorry in
fine.
retrospect if I didn't.
I think I'm running back to you, and I went, "Oh my god, I've just seen Dev just walk past."
The instant you said that this morning, I was like, oh, it was that moment. Yeah. I was like, oh,
you
damn.
forgot about it, but
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
it's funny because the video you mentioned at the start, the one where you kind of blew up from, is the one
Yeah.
with the chocolate milk, wasn't it? With
Yeah.
that little girl.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you on that, kind of smiling to myself. That's quite funny. I quite
Yeah.
enjoyed that. And then like a few months later, I just look at my TikTok, and then you are talking about Man United. And I'm like,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, perfect.
Yeah,
Like this guy.
That video though was the weirdest one because I don't know what I remember filming it. It was one take, but I remember filming it and I just thought, oh, that's gonna do all right. I don't know why. I just thought that was gonna. I thought it was gonna do okay. Like when I say okay, I mean hundreds of a few 100K because that's kind of what consistency got me to. But then I remember exactly where I was. I was coming down the like elevator at work, and then just so I could use the Wi-Fi to get it uploaded, it was 5:46 p.m. and I thought, oh, that's a nice time to do it because people are gonna be coming back from work.
And stuff.
Yeah.
And I just did it, and like all the hashtags worked nicely, and all the like the caption worked well, and I was like, oh, that's gonna do all right.
Yeah.
I go back home, put my phone on charge, and it was on 7K within the hour. So I was like, cool, that's
good.
That's a really good start.
Yeah.
And then go to bed, and it was on 200K, and I thought, oh, that could do some numbers. I wake up, it's on 4 mil, and I was like, oh, okay, that's done something now. That's done something now. But I think I searched back the other day, and people had like taken the video, put it on their platform, which I don't care about.
It's good
Put it on
publicity
there.
anyway.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I honestly don't mind. But I think just for vanity, I looked at how many views it got. I think it's gotten over that single video about 250 million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
which I
Because
didn't expect.
we had someone scrape one of the Lily Phillips podcasts. Do you remember that
Yeah.
ages ago?
Yeah.
I think that one got like 250K just on someone else's channel. I
Yeah.
was like, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, kind of most of the TikToks that blew up for us, like 300-400K.
Yeah.
I had to take the 400K one down because it was talking about a piss kink, which was not
Yeah.
not well.
Yeah.
Obviously, TikTok
YouTube
after
and TikTok
that.
don't agree with
Well,
it.
No, they
YouTube
don't.
were alright with the podcast,
Yeah,
Right.
but the clips on TikTok kind of like they banged,
Yeah.
and then just the whole channel just.
Yeah,
Died.
it would.
The
Did you
whole
get a
channel
strike because of
We
that?
didn't get a strike. It
Oh.
was like a shadow ban.
Oh,
like
yeah.
we went from
I've had
getting
loads of
like
those.
minimum 5-10K
Mhm.
to 300-400,
Yeah.
and I was like, for God's sake.
You just have to post through it though. That's the annoying
Yeah, well,
thing.
that's what
Even
it's
if it's
still
good
going on the
videos,
same-
you just have to keep posting
Yeah,
through.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we've had a few do all right now, but
Yeah.
that
Since
was
the rebrand.
since you came in.
Since I came in.
Oh,
this
that's
was
it.
before.
Sorted out the
This was
situation.
Yeah,
before the studio. This was back in the old
day.
my phone and a Canon camera studio.
Nice. Nice.
We've upgraded for you.
Yeah. Oh,
Exactly.
appreciate it.
That's all right.
Well, we used to have the table that
Yeah.
we've got over there. We used to sit behind the table and interview people, and now we've got the nice sofas. And stuff.
It is
So
better. I feel
this
like
is-
a lot more.
This is an
When
upgrade for
relaxed.
sure. But,
Sorry, I just want to bring this up because one of our hosts, Rue, behind camera.
oh my god, he's fallen asleep, hasn't he?
Sorry, this is no context for anyone else, but obviously, if you know the grading show, you'll know who I'm talking about. He was absolutely passed out. He's smiling now.
Poor guy. He is conk.
Well, so in
Jesus.
terms of your content,
Yeah.
do you think you have one that you prefer doing the most, or are you pretty even on all of them?
It's pretty even. I think the one that, I kind of, they're like my kids, so I love them all
Oh.
equally, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
But it's like my mum says that. It's a fucking lie. Brother gets a house for his birthday, and I get a hug. Cheers, mum. But no, I love you, mum. If she watches this. But yeah, I think the first channel I really like the main channel, because it's just wholesome, it's nice, it's fun. And I've started branching out more into doing less of the stitches and more my just kind of ranting and just so trying to turn that into something different, which has done well recently. But then the football one is like, it's nice because I kind of know when a video is going to do well. So the other one I'm kind of guessing.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping it hits a nice little niche and people like it and it's relatable, whatever. When it's football, if it's current, if it's different, and if it's got a nice little hook and I feel confident in the delivery, I know it's going to do well.
Yeah.
So I feel more confident doing that one. And then Hobby FC is pretty much brand new. I have no idea what's going to work and what's not. So I'm kind of just figuring that one out. But I say in terms of, I enjoy all of them, but the one I have most confidence in is probably the football channel. Just because I think being a fan for so long, I kind of think I know what people
It's
like.
the one that comes up on my TikTok
Yeah.
a lot. So, I mean, credit to you for that.
Yeah, fair.
If you're getting views from a Chelsea fan, and
Oh, yeah, good
sometimes
point,
likes, because you make annoyingly good points sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a United fan.
For United. I admit we've been a delusional bunch for about 5 years. So.
Oh,
5?
Yeah, 5.
5?
Yeah.
Probably since Ferguson left, surely.
No. I knew where we were going.
Ah.
I think most of us knew.
Well,
where we were
everybody
going
knew.
for
Like
United.
Sir Alex knew. That's why he got the fuck out when he did.
Yeah, exactly. Like he.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. But I mean, I'm not complaining about him leaving too much, because we won quite a few trophies since then.
Yeah.
But I mean,
A few.
actually, to be fair to Ten Hag, he's neither the most successful
Post Alex manager.
most successful manager since he's joined United as well, in terms
Yes.
of the Premier League.
Yeah. And well,
In terms of Premier League clubs.
I think it's like he's the second most successful since he joined.
Yeah.
Other than Pep.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
that's what I
Pep.
said,
second-
Pep
second
is
most.
Yeah.
definitely-
So
Pep is definitely on top.
He's won
Carabao
Carabao and FA Cup.
and got third in his first season.
Yeah.
Ahead of Liverpool. But I think Newcastle got fourth in his first year because they were in the
did,
Champions League.
because we
Champions,
weren't
yeah.
sure. My
Yeah.
brother's, he's not a Newcastle fan, but he lives in Newcastle, so
Yeah.
like he's always like, "Oh, Newcastle going to finish third."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Yeah,
fucking
no,
not."
you're not. But no, like I think when Ten Hag came in, like I think with the other managers, I'm trying to think in order what we had, like Moyes and then Giggsy caretaker,
Yeah,
Van
Moyes,
Gaal,
Van Gaal.
Mourinho, I think Carrick was he there for
Carrick.
like 2 games, and then Ten Hag, I think. Is that
Oh, Ollie.
Ollie? Of course. Oh God, how could
How
Did
did
you
you
got him on the back of the shirt?
yeah,
as
I
well?
forgot. I actually forgot Ollie. That's
I bought this when he was at his peak as well. To be fair, but
yeah. I mean, Ollie, like he was a nice guy, but like bless him, I just don't think he was ever gonna.
He was a bit of a Southgate type.
Yes,
I
yeah,
completely
that's a
agree
good
with
way
that.
of putting
Like
it.
he's good for the club to kind of bring the players together
Yeah,
and kind of change that ethos.
yeah.
Mm.
But he's not going to take you that next step.
No.
I do wonder though,
Mm.
because obviously he didn't get the backing that he wanted. Nobody's had the backing they wanted
No.
until this season.
Yeah.
What would have happened had he got the players he wanted?
Bellingham and Haaland.
Bellingham and Haaland.
yeah.
Well, I mean, Chelsea could say the same thing.
Yeah.
What would have happened if you had Bellingham and Haaland? Like,
Well, you were Mbappe in the academy, didn't you, at one point? Or
no, he just trialled.
trialled.
You've gone for
No,
that.
we could have had Musiala. We could have had Rice. We could have
Yeah.
had. so
Those
many players.
those are never any skin off my nose personally, because it's
Mhm.
like you never. If you could tell the future, yeah, it looks
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 2020, but it's when you look at De Bruyne, Lukaku, like Salah,
Salah,
you
I
actually
wouldn't
had
count
them,
Lukaku in
and they
that,
went
to be
on.
honest.
but there aren't too many players who left United and went on to do amazing things.
No,
There aren't
can't
too
think of
like
many.
at that level. There aren't that
Mm.
many.
The thing with John Terry had an interview about it. He was talking about Salah and De Bruyne. De Bruyne did have the quality.
Yeah,
Mm.
It was just
Salah was poor. He
Salah was
poor
terrible.
for you. Yeah, he was very
I was
poor.
there for his first goal at Stamford Bridge. I
Right.
think it was 6-0 Arsenal.
First and only. How many did he score?
No.
He couldn't have scored that many.
No, it wasn't. It was against West Brom. He scored his first goal.
Right.
But then I was also at the 6-0 Arsenal when he scored
Mm.
as well.
Yeah.
But he wasn't good enough.
No.
And the thing with De Bruyne is he was good enough, but he was about 5th, 6th choice.
Yeah.
Because we had like so many good attackers.
remember Oscar back then, like, he was
Ramirez,
Ridiculous. Oscars.
Mata, like Willian, Pedro. Like,
yeah.
When he was there were so many good players.
Yeah.
But it was more of he kind of had to leave for his own career.
I completely agree.
Than
And Wolfsburg, he went to Wolfsburg and
Wolfsburg
Werder Bremen.
first.
Did he go?
Was it Werder Bremen on loan and then
And then
Wolfsburg
Wolfsburg.
on permanent?
So
yeah.
he took 3 years to develop, and
Yeah.
you're not going to develop like you did there
No.
3 years behind.
and he wasn't. He also
them.
wasn't. First season he was good for City, but he wasn't the De Bruyne we know.
No, he wasn't.
So like it took him
Yeah.
a while to get
Yeah.
there. And he probably wasn't going to get that development if he stayed at Chelsea, which is just sometimes what happens.
Well, even if he had stayed at Chelsea and got the development he wanted, I'm fairly confident that he wouldn't be the player we know today if he'd stayed at Chelsea. Because Pep has moulded him into this.
Yeah.
But I also think rejection probably helped him.
Yeah. Completely.
Like you look at some players sometimes where, they're at a club and they move somewhere, and it's not necessarily what they want.
Didn't his missus cheat on him with Courtois?
Yeah.
So double rejection.
So he had a tough
No
time.
wonder Belgium didn't do well.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Thing is, I know I'll always rate Hazard, but
he was unbelievable, Hazard.
Yeah.
But
You
look at that Belgian side since he's left.
Yeah.
It's so much worse.
Oh yeah.
He was like you kind of can't tell how much someone's carrying someone. But
Yeah.
even with Chelsea, we could tell afterwards that we were being carried by him.
Well, I had a debate with someone. Like, it was kind of, what was the worst fall from grace? Was it England's golden generation or Belgium's? And it's not like, when you do a player comparison, you're not that far off.
No.
Because you're talking centre back pairings. Vertonghen and Alderweireld aren't as good technically as Terry and Ferdinand, but they played better together than Terry and Ferdinand did. Left back Cole, we had the best one. Right back Neville and whoever they had at the time.
Johnson sometimes.
Yeah, and then goalkeeper Courtois, they probably had the best one.
Yeah.
De Bruyne's one of the best technical players. Lukaku, top striker.
Also,
but even Witzel,
we were playing a
Tielemans.
4-4-2 with one of the best central midfielders
Yeah.
in the world. Like, so stupid.
The one difference is the expectation. That was England's golden generation. We were expected to win something.
Yeah.
But is that because of just English fans?
Because I bet in Belgium
Because
they
it's
had the
England.
same kind of.
That's what I mean.
Like we always talk about, how England have these really high expectations, but then I've seen interviews with like Mbappe and Spanish players, and they're like, it's exactly the same in our country.
But you live in a bubble, don't you?
Yeah,
Like,
of
because I remember, was it Gary Neville that said when he was manager of Valencia for a bit, the kind of scrutiny he was under. It's like in Spain and in France, you're just getting told to your face like you're not good enough.
Yeah.
We don't get that here. That would be it's not British. Like, you're not allowed to say certain things.
It's not polite enough.
Yeah, exactly. But like, so we'll get hooligans and we'll be a bit idiotic at times and definitely step over the line. But
they're just straight rude.
they'll like just watch the Beckham documentary when he went to Real. Like they're booting his car, they're smashing his windows when his kid's in the back. It's like that would never happen here.
No.
But like, I think there are bubbles everywhere in it, and it just gets worse. But the Belgium,
it's probably worse in France as well.
the Belgium one just annoys me because they should have been so much better than what they were, and they were so poor to watch. England were just, you could blame the system. Belgium, you couldn't blame anything.
No.
It should have been 2016. It was the Wales game of anything.
Yeah.
How
Robson
Robson Kanu.
That turn is legendary.
An unreal turn, to be fair. A Cruyff turn in the box.
It's like, imagine almost doing a Cruyff turn better than Cruyff.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I love Cruyff as well.
Oh yeah, no.
He's my goat.
Yeah.
Weirdly, that's my only hot take in football. That Cruyff's the goat.
An interesting conversation I had recently as well, in terms of the Pep legacy of managers that are coming through. You got your Arteta, Maresca. Everyone's like, they've learned from like Pep's the god who's taught all these people. But if you got to look back, Cruyff was the one that taught him.
Yeah,
like he's probably not the manager he is.
He's not.
If it wasn't for Cruyff,
he's not. He's not the player he is. He's not the manager he is. As well, because I remember the first football book I wrote. It kind of just went all into Cruyff, and Cruyff for me, I don't think. He doesn't get the respect he deserves because of time, and if the media was the same as back then as it was now, you'd see a lot more of him. But his quotes, his beliefs on football, they're so simple and they're the best. The reason we love Dutch football is Cruyff. The reason we love tiki-taka is Cruyff. And his Barca dream team spawned the tiki-taka generation of Busquets. Like, Guardiola was his Busquets, and Messi was a bit of an anomaly, but that was like his Romario, because he was an anomaly. But Cruyff because Ajax were getting, I think they got relegated the season before he joined, and they got promoted under a new manager, an English manager, Buckingham. He then joins and they win back-to-back European Cups. It's like, and he was 17 when he joined, a scrawny little kid getting booted about in the Dutch league. Like, Cruyff for me, no one compares. If he'd have won a World Cup,
not Maradona.
No, because he's great, but he had too many. The reason we love him is because he was flawed, but I think he had too many flaws to be the greatest of all time. Like, Michael Jordan is probably the best basketball player of all time because he didn't have that. He didn't have those kind of flaws about him. Maradona just had a bit of magic, but we didn't see it long enough. Barcelona, he wasn't great at Barcelona, maybe 1 or 2 seasons.
I think it's more the natural talent that he has.
Natural, naturally, it's him and Messi.
Should have played volleyball though. Hand of God.
Oh, shut up. That's such a dead joke. Such a dead joke, bro.
It took a while to land that one.
I was waiting.
He was waiting on that one, wasn't he? But it's a good.
I think it's
whenever I speak to someone of that generation, they always say Maradona.
Yeah.
Like, especially when they've seen him live.
It's the magic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like when I grew up watching football, Ronaldinho was the guy, and he still is in my head. And R9 was the guy, but you can't say R9 because of injuries, and you can't say Ronaldinho because he didn't do it more consistently enough. I think the same goes for Maradona, but it annoyingly sometimes the boring answer is the correct one. It probably is Ronaldo or Messi, but I go back. It kind of goes back to what you define as the great quality. Like if it's scoring goals, if it's being ruthless, Ronaldo or Cristiano. If it's magic, it's probably Messi or Maradona.
Yeah.
If it's legacy, it's Cruyff. And for me, it's legacy.
He revolutionised football, and then his student Pep is revolutionising. What
first
the
language is English, right?
No, it's gibberish. Revolutioning football again by doing this whole kind of 3-2-4-1.
Yeah,
which kind of annoys me because it's kind of getting a bit boring now.
It's football's gone.
Yeah,
Pep's ruined it.
Yeah, he has,
and it's just jarring. And Arteta, as much as I respect him, he's copied.
He's just
you can't be great on your own if you're just copying someone.
But
else.
you're not surprised. Like he was the assistant. Obviously, it's just gonna.
But I mean,
partially his tactic.
But then Kieran McKenna, like he was assistant to Ollie. He's not copying Ollie. Like he actually embedded tactics.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
And he's doing well.
There's a different level between Ollie and Pep here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there is.
And also, I'm starting to think that a lot of the tactics Ollie applied were probably McKenna's.
Probably, yeah.
It seems very likely.
Yeah.
He was probably more the face of it with a good team. Like,
which
thing is, though,
I think
you look at Ancelotti.
Yeah.
Ancelotti's son.
Yeah.
Probably good enough to be a phenomenal manager in his own right.
Yeah.
But the dynamic they have is just works, and like Ancelotti's more the face.
Mm-hmm.
He does, he rallies the team. He kind of gives the final say, but it's his son who says, "Oh, you need to change this, or you need to change that." He sees the whole picture.
Yeah, Carlo's one of the best ever, I think.
Oh yeah,
he's
won it in every league.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I think Pep's probably the best of all time.
Yeah,
but
you think Pep is the best of all time?
But let's not get.
Okay, no,
so
Ferguson probably. Ferguson.
It is right.
Thank you.
But I think
just to be clear,
we've got to clarify that one.
If he wins like a couple more Champions Leagues, and
I think if Pep wins in France and Italy, and internationally,
yeah, true.
Then
a glory hunter.
But I think that's probably Ancelotti's next step.
Yeah,
for him,
international.
Because if he wins internationally as well,
does he want the? He was linked with it.
He was linked, but I don't think he wants it.
I don't think that'd be a terrible.
I think that whole Brazil setup and mindset right now
to Italy.
Is awful.
Like Italy don't want. Who's their current man? I forget his name.
Oh, it's the Napoli guy. What's
his name? He's not very good.
The bald Napoli
guy. Bald
Spalletti.
Is it Spalletti?
Spalletti.
Spalletti. Like, I just don't think like Italy are very happy with where they're at the moment. And Ancelotti
the quality of players though as well.
He would be perfect, but I mean they're missing some key pieces. Italy and Brazil's Brazil. There's always going to be amazing players.
Yeah, there's always going to be a magic with Brazil.
And what Brazil are doing are literally just like going around the Brazilian league and going, okay, we'll have you for 3 months. We'll have you for 3 months. So they clearly are waiting for Ancelotti.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
but
to be fair, it would also he obviously has Rodrigo and Vinicius.
Yeah,
at
Madrid. It makes sense. There's so many Brazilians there.
Militao.
Yeah.
He's obviously worked with Danilo before when he was at Madrid.
He's not playing anymore, surely.
He's captain.
Fuck me.
Genuinely, he was captain for the Copa America. Was Danilo, which is mental.
But like he's so mid. He's so mid.
Oh no, he is so mid. But like, who else are you going to play? Who's the best Brazilian right back right now?
See, there aren't like Brazil
the
and
defense
Argentina
has always been an issue.
Yeah, the defense.
Apart from Dani Alves
and
Thiago Silva
and Cafu.
No, but I meant like of
Roberto Carlos.
Recently. I'm saying recently.
David Luiz.
That's the
recently.
problem. Yeah. Luiz was never a great defender.
Luiz was never that amazing.
He was never a great defender.
He was.
He tried his best, bless him, but he was never ever going to be that.
He was
okay.
He was that
thing
bad.
Is on his day. Unbelievable.
On FIFA, unbelievable.
In real life, as a Chelsea fan,
as a Chelsea, but like we'll say the same about Eric Bailly, but realistically, he was.
No, David Luiz.
I loved him.
David Luiz won more than Eric Bailly.
Yeah, but Bailly on his day was
for about two games.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but like
Luiz then gets more than 2 games.
He'll get sent off within 10 seconds and then bang a free kick next week, and you'll forgive him. It's like,
would you not?
No.
You sure? When you're winning Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues and stuff?
Well, I don't know what that feels like anymore. I've forgotten.
Fair point. What do you think the future for United's looking like?
Oh, the best it's been for the last 10, 15 years. Yeah. Like we have a right to be a bit arrogant again, and it feels really nice. I think we had to. I remember the day we won the last Prem under Sir Alex at the Villa game.
Yeah.
I think with the Van Persie hat trick.
Oh, was it 4-4?
The game we won it.
Oh yeah.
It was 5-5. I think that West Brom goal.
Oh, it was 5-5.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Test my knowledge now, Jesus.
Yeah, but that I think I remember just looking at my dad, and even I was like 10, 11 years younger. I just looked at him like, that's it now, innit?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to firm it
Yeah.
because Liverpool were getting better, City were getting better, and it was the two that I don't care about. I don't know about you. I don't care about City. They don't bother me.
See, it's the other way around for me.
Really?
But the thing is with me.
Surprises me as well.
Liverpool don't bother you.
I'm a reasonably. Oh, no, obviously. Well, my
maybe it's the
missus
4
is a
years
Liverpool fan,
different,
which is going to be interesting.
Right.
But no, the thing is, right. When I started watching football,
so you started watching football late.
I was a late bloomer,
okay.
really late bloomer. So I was like,
when City were all right.
yeah. So it was the end
Was
of
it
Van
2016?
Gaal. It was the end. It was the back end of Van Gaal.
Oh,
That FA Cup final with Jason Puncheon
Late
scoring that
bloomer.
goal.
yes, yeah.
And that was probably like one of the first games I ever watched.
Wow. Okay.
And then it was Jose.
So it makes sense that you would
and it's
hate City in
Pep.
that case. Yeah.
But it was like, it's the stupidest thing, right? Because looking back on it now, I know the whole situation and I've got massively into football.
yeah.
It's we could have had Pep had we had a proper sporting director
Yes, yeah.
and somebody if we'd made a pitch,
Yeah.
if we'd tried,
Yeah.
we would have had him, and this may never have happened.
Yeah.
This whole
I don't
thing
think Pep
onwards.
would have been a good United manager. I think
No.
Klopp would have been perfect for us
I
because
thi-
we're a
I
bit
think-
more kamikaze. And
Yeah,
we're a bit more
I
erratic.
don't think he'd have liked your transfer systems. And
But what I'm
But that's the
saying
thing
is,
that if we
if you had a proper sporting
if we
director,
had
like
a
this
spot
current
system,
setup would
it's
be quite nice
perfect.
with Pep.
It's
But
so obvious what we've been wanting to do for years
Yeah.
to get this kind of backroom
Yeah,
staff
yeah.
in.
it's
And-
beautiful right now because
Oh.
I think
got a
yeah
beautiful waterfall as well. It's phenomenal.
they fixed it now.
They fixed it.
Yeah,
Have they?
finally.
Oh
yeah.
wow!
Oh, thank
Well, they fixed the tunnel. They
They
fixed
fixed the tunnel.
that. They've new plans on the stadium.
I knew there were new plans,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, like
what's-
to build it adjacent to it, which will work. But
Yeah.
it's like I
is
think
is that what you want? The adjacent, rather than knocking down Old Trafford, you want to build it kind of.
I don't know.
'Cause I don't wanna
You
knock
can't
down.
knock down Old Trafford.
You can't knock down Old
You
Trafford.
can't. But it's because I look at football stadiums like a bit of a museum.
Yeah.
So Arsenal kind of lost a lot of heritage with Highbury, but they had to move because it was tiny and
Mm.
it just wasn't fit for purpose. Like
Yeah.
Chelsea, I think will probably move one day if they get.
No, I think we're just gonna expand it. We bought.
mean,
We
you-
bought.
can
we
you
bought-
expand it?
Yeah, we
You bought
bought
the
loads
land.
of stuff.
Oh, have
around
you?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Liverpool the same. They can't move from Anfield. As much as I hate
No.
them, it is just
It's also it's not a
Yeah,
bad
it's
place
a
to
place
go.
to go. It just
Yeah.
is. But and Tottenham, no one really cares. But I think,
Fact.
but I think
Yeah.
with
Hate
us,
them, but facts.
yeah,
Yeah.
But I think like we've had so many memories at that stadium. You just can't because I think had Munich not happened and we hadn't had that sort of emotional connection to it, then you could say yeah, knock it down. But like the fact that
Hmm.
you can't move
It's-
the Munich Memorial.
no, you can't
you
move
can't
the-
move the Trinity statue.
No,
It's that would just hurt too much.
it wouldn't look right somewhere
No.
else.
And I honestly, I think you just have to rebuild step by step,
Yeah.
like at where we are. So shut down one stand as you build it, take the costs, take the issue with it, and then just rebuild from the inside out.
Yeah.
I would love to say a brand new stadium would be great, and it would, but
You can't.
we can't get rid of Old
No,
Trafford.
I mean Mark Goldbridge said it best. It should be a listed building,
Yes.
and I'd say the same about Anfield as well.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
But I mean, the one thing that I'm kind of thinking in the back of my head is like, I wouldn't mind moving slightly further out of Manchester if we get a good plot of land somewhere else.
Well, they're saying it's going to be almost kind of right next to it, like
Which
on
is-
the other side of that train track, which is fine.
If you can get that land and
Yeah.
do it 100%, because like you could have this stadium as like a historical building. You can have like special matches there.
Yeah.
And, like maybe you train there. Maybe the women's
Yeah.
play there. Or
That's
the
what they were going to
teams.
say. Like,
women's play there instead.
yeah,
and then
if
we'll have the new one.
yeah, I mean, if women's football does get to the point where they can,
getting
where it's profitable
It's
and
not
it's
far.
this, and they are getting there.
Hmm.
If they can fill out a good portion of Old Trafford so that the costs aren't too, I'm just thinking what the business people are thinking, like, and the
Hmm.
costs aren't too great against the profit, then yeah, but at the same time, it is still a 76,000 seater stadium,
It's
Yeah.
big.
and it's
It's
and it needs to
massive.
be used in some way, but it can't be used for concerts. It can't. In my mind, it can't be used for another sport or concerts.
Hmm.
It's been used for concerts
It has-
before, though, surely.
Yeah, I think in the early 2000s it was.
Yeah.
Like when Gill and that were there, they were fine with it, but the Glazers weren't too keen. But
Which I'm
they'll
not
turn
su-
it into
quite
an NFL
surprised
thing
about.
probably.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're all
That's
about
what annoys me.
whatever you can profitize off it. Like.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing with Sir Jim now. It's all about because as long as the sporting department's being
Yeah.
run by not an idiot,
Mm.
Yeah.
like it's kind of okay. You can kind of do what you want.
He's
'Cause-
also a United fan, if I'm not mistaken. Or
He
is
is, but he
He
tried to buy
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
yeah, no, but I know that. But
I
that
think,
was,
yeah,
that
he
was,
is a
that was a
United fan.
business
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, he is a United fan.
Also, I think he might have also, he used it as more of a learning experience,
Yeah,
knowing that United might come up in the future.
but
Yeah.
I think
just to know what to do with the negotiations and.
yeah. Either way, I think if we just look at it from that, we've got someone who was there in '99 when we won, who clearly cares about the club, but also he's not thick enough, or he's not egotistical enough to have his fingers in everything. He'll let you get on and do it. So he's just employed some of the best football minds in the country to run the biggest football club in the country.
Exactly.
And that it makes sense to everyone else. But how we've gone from Woodward, Murtagh, and whoever the other idiot was, who was he? I hated him as well, and I've kind of blocked him from my memory.
I didn't really care. Richard Arnold.
That's it. Yeah. So is he an idiot? Yeah, he is. But it's more like I feel for them in some instance, because a banker Woodward shouldn't have been chief exec. He was just put there because he was a mouthpiece for the Glazers. So it is down to the Glazers. But when you think all anyone will ever say is, well, you still spent money. We still bought Pogba, Lukaku. That was our money. Yeah. All it's done is shown how big we are. Like, just because you're not that big, that's your problem.
They've spent a £0 net on us.
Yeah.
They've never spent anything on us. And
they've
so
taken out 600 million, I think, in dividends in total.
It's still like £1 billion
while our stadium's
worth
crumbling.
of debt.
And I agree. Like, we deserved to be a meme during that period, and we just were. Yeah. But it wasn't because we were trying something and it just wasn't working. It's because we were actually being broken from the inside. It was a heartbreaking one for us, but everyone else
because finished second. So just saying.
Yeah,
probably. We said was it one of his biggest achievements ever.
Yeah, Mourinho.
Yeah.
He should never have taken that job. I never supported Mourinho. I tried.
I mean, obviously, it was my first manager. Technically,
I hate it. Yeah, well, yeah.
He was a big name, and I didn't understand.
Did it annoy you more that he came to Spurs or to us?
Surely Spurs, right?
Spurs, yeah, but he obviously United was first.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like the.
Yeah, true.
That was kind of the moment when you because my dad. I remember my dad saying for years, even like in his first stint at Chelsea, he's always wanted to go United.
Yeah.
He's always wanted to go United, and then he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he messed up that final season, that third. Obviously, his third season curse.
With you.
With us.
I felt for him that third season.
No, but he did it because if he got fired before the end of the season, he could get the United job, and he did.
Oh, Fergie was. Well, there was the hints that he was going to leave like around that time.
No, it was that was later on.
Yeah, because it was the
second stint from.
Yeah.
I got you.
Where it really got. Was that the Leicester season?
He fired the physio for no reason, although she might have been sleeping with people.
Eva Carneiro?
Yeah. I think so, but that was I think he made up that rumour.
Probably.
I don't think
Mourinho was just a law unto himself, wasn't he?
Yeah. And he knew that the United job was coming up at the end of the season, so he messed up that third. Like, he just got himself fired.
Yeah, but there was certain managers that just angered me. Like, Mourinho and Van Gaal just angered me. Because I don't get, like, as much as Fergie was, like, he was a law unto himself as well. He did everything for Man United.
Yeah.
Like, well, not
Man United came first.
Yeah, sometimes it was his ego. Like, he had a fight with Jaap Stam and sold him, and he regrets it to this day. And Ruud was the same.
And we always remember what Roy Keane always said.
Yeah, exactly. And Roy Keane he treated badly.
That was because that was how he ran the club. Though.
Yeah.
If you mess with me,
you're gone.
Yeah.
But you had to have that. Yeah. And then what was hilarious, and this goes back to your question, is like when Ten Hag came in, it's like I don't know why I immediately felt a pull to him. I just thought, you get it. So he was there saying eras will come to an end. He said all these great things, but he said it. This is how United will play. This is how they play under me. Look at what I've won. And Ajax were in a really bad spot when he came in, and then they are now. But he won 3 in a row, I think, with them, and nearly a Champions League final. Had Lucas Moura decided to stop playing football all of a sudden. But then he's done all. Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't expecting that.
But then he's done all of that, and what I loved about Ten Hag, and I'll always back him, is with things like the Jadon Sancho situation. I don't want to mention his name in case you get demonetized, but MG, the one who's gone to Marseille, thank God for that. Them, when we had issues with Maguire, we had issues with Shaw, Varane, Ronaldo. Ten Hag was right in every single thing.
I was going to say that he
was bang on.
I've not seen him put a foot wrong yet.
No.
Not
I think he was bang on.
He just
Sancho especially.
He still hasn't got
100%. He gave him 3 months off and he still came
paid
back.
leave.
Exactly.
And he was worse.
Exactly.
I've never had a job where I come back from annual leave and I'm worse. Like, the boy had 3 months off, and he's just got a poor attitude.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
I can't wait for Sancho to go. I think he's just behaved in a pathetic way.
I have a little bit of a soft spot, not a soft spot. I have a bit of leeway for him just because he came from City. So I really wanted to do well to say fuck you to City. But like, he has apologised. So he apparently came to. Apparently that's what.
Yeah,
and he apologised.
But the problem is, like, there's 2 apologies he's got to make. One was to Ten Hag, fine if he's made it, but he has to apologise to us. Yeah, because we're the ones who pay to watch him every week, and we're the ones who have to defend him. And we're the ones, like, he doesn't get what football fans go through when you do stuff like that. No. But he has to apologise to us to get us on side, and it was annoying because when he came back the first time, I think it was the Leeds game he came back in.
Yeah.
And it was just after the break. We're all cheering for him. All you have to do at Man United is run about 30 yards to try and make a tackle, close it down, it goes out for a throw-in to them because you've closed down. We'll cheer your name. We're stupid like that. We'll cheer anything, but you do what you've done. And you don't even bother saying sorry. You don't. His Twitter's handle, his Twitter profile picture, and his banner. I know it's stupid, but they're still Dortmund.
Are they?
It's like the guy is. I just don't think he cares, and I think he'll go. And I'm quite happy if he does. But
Dortmund, do you think?
No, Dortmund are out. Dortmund are definitely out. It's either...
They bought Julian Brandt and gave him the number 10.
Yeah, got about that.
I was so happy they did that. But no, like, and looking at the setup of United now is. Compared to last season, it's unbelievable how much we've changed in such a short space of time. So we've gone from Benny McCarthy, bless him, but
he was great. I loved him.
He was, but he's still Benny. Like, I'm not saying he's not got enough pedigree, like great player, but to go from him to Ruud van Nistelrooy, Rene Hack, and we've taken Lillestrøm's manager to be our set piece coach. We've got 3 managers now,
4,
including Ten Hag, 4. Then you've got. Christopher Vivell as our recruitment director, and you've got Jason Wilcox, technical, who's working on the academy. We just took Arsenal's Chido Obi Martin yesterday.
Yes, that was awesome. I love that.
Unreal, and he's going to be our 3rd choice striker.
Is he actually?
That's part of his contract.
Really?
That's what Romano said. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So we've gone from barely any strikers with Højlund out to Højlund, Xerxes, and Chido. So that's unreal. And you've got Dan Ashworth there, and then you've got Omar Barada up there, and you've got PSG's Jean-Claude Blanc.
He's on the board.
He did the Jordan deal with them. He did the Beckham deal with PSG. Saved Juventus in Calciopoli.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we've got Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who's actually already put in $500 million into the club
and
on new training facilities.
Why is this scaring me slightly?
So Dave Brailsworth's there as well, which is more bigger than any of these guys because it's his attitude towards everything, especially with his work on the cycling. It's just like if you can get that attitude in the entirety of your selection of staff.
Do you know what I think could happen with Brailsford? Because you've seen, I think Barca, Bayern, and a few like European clubs do it. They've got like basketball teams and they've got teams and futsal and that.
Yeah.
Because he's director of sport, I think United could start going that way. Instead of having a multi-club model, we could have a multi-sport model.
I'd prefer to see that. Yeah, 100%.
I would love to see
it's easier to. It's safer to do as well. I think.
It's not as dodgy.
You haven't got the issues with. Girona and Man City, and obviously you guys and
don't get me.
That was pathetic.
Started
for them to say no to Todibo, but allow Savio the week later
because he was technically from Troyes on loan.
It's
It's still a club that you own.
It's pathetic, honestly.
It's so
They're
stupid.
cheats. That's why City will never. It goes back to what I was saying. City will never bother me. Like when they won the treble, I just laughed. I was like, lol, because it stopped Liverpool from doing it.
How many tweets have you seen now on X where it's like this tweet got more likes? Than
The Xerxes Here We Go got more than the City treble.
But it says it all. It's a corporate club.
Yeah, it's stupid, but like I don't care about City. But like if Liverpool did the treble, I would have. You wouldn't have seen me for about 3 weeks.
My favourite one.
I prefer City winning the league than Liverpool and Arsenal.
Yeah, agreed.
He doesn't.
Arsenal, I don't.
I hate him, but
but I'm Chelsea. So.
Yeah, fair. But
Arsenal doesn't bother me at all. Liverpool does.
Arsenal fans bother me.
Oh yeah,
living in London.
One of the reasons why I don't want them to win.
Yeah,
I feel like most
I think
of the
they will.
idiots
They
have
would
dropped
be
off,
so bad.
Yeah,
like I just to be honest, social media would be ruined for like a good 2 months.
But what if they won it?
Yeah.
So the most of like
now
the
I'm bored of it
gone, though. Like it's Robbie's still there, and he's. I'm fine
That's
with
not
Robbie.
AFTV I'm worried about.
But
they're down the path.
Like, anyone like outside of AFTV or like the major fan, I'm just not bothered.
But Robbie's changed, kind of tried to change AFTV to be more. Less, more respectable.
Yeah.
Well, you got like.
But you still got that tie.
Ty's there, but he's kind of. But you obviously Robbie's gone. Rest in peace, RIP, whatever.
Yeah.
And there was another guy who's gone.
What? You just say RIP?
No, I didn't say that. Sorry.
I just let it run. I was like, he was on a roll.
RIP. Genuinely respect and stuff like. But he's gone, and obviously a couple of others have gone. It's really just Ty left. It's like one of like the idiots who was shouting.
Yeah.
And you got people like Specs is about. I think he's an Arsenal fan.
But I like
Specs is random. He likes Burnley, doesn't he?
He's more than just an Arsenal fan, though.
He's just random, isn't he? I like Specs.
He's a Burnley fan.
Yeah, obviously he was in Inside.
Yeah.
That was. Did you watch that?
Yeah. Yeah. I used to work closely with the guys at After Party, and I think
fair.
when they signed the deal with the EFL, they were starting to do inside and that. So I saw it
nice.
from behind the scenes, and Specs is just unbelievable. Apparently,
Yeah.
like how he
Doesn't
just thinks
surprise
of
me.
stuff off the cuff.
With
is
the
unreal.
moment when he fake cried,
Yeah,
was
on
like
Locked In.
unreal.
He's so good, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is
Yeah,
so
was
good.
that locked in? I thought that was inside.
Was that not locked in? No, not locked in. Inside. Sorry, yeah, it was inside. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he just like fake cried it just because he knew the cameras were on.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's
He's
just
so good.
It's genius.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
he's good. Also, I found it really interesting that Joe Weller seems to have kind of made a comeback.
Has he?
Well, he was in that
He was
restaurant video,
inside. He was in the restaurant video
Oh.
on Sidemen.
and they seem to be.
He was
good.
on an Among Us with the Sidemen.
I have to say, like the side, I've kind of gotten to the age where like tried to stop watching as much
Oh, really?
YouTube. I used to watch a lot of it,
Yeah.
and then to be honest, I'm not going to say who it was, but I had a bit of a bad experience working with a YouTuber,
Mm.
and I kind of, having seen how he treated me, how he treated a lot of people, and kind of just hearing other murmurs about what these people are actually like,
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of respect for not all of this. Doesn't cast it on all of them, but
Yeah.
you can't go through one of their videos without spotting someone who's done something like
Okay.
that should be known more about. So yeah, I've kind of lost a lot of respect for them. I think the Beta Squad are the only ones I kind of keep up with.
Yeah,
now.
fair.
I still love them, and
Yeah.
I met Sharky not long ago, like on SDS, and when he was like, I was sat in the audience like watching SDS, and the amount of effort he puts into it's like, I want people like him to be famous. Like he
Yeah.
deserves whatever's coming to him because he's a great guy.
There are definitely some great YouTubers out there. I mean, you said to us earlier that you used to work at that hashtag. I have a lot of respect and time for those two.
Oh, Spen is
watching
Seb are
Spen.
brilliant,
Oh,
and
okay.
Alex. They're all fantastic.
I can imagine. Like watching Spencer was probably the first like
He's such
football-
an OG.
Yeah,
FIFA
Spencer's
football
Spencer's
YouTuber.
unbelievable.
amazing.
You look back at what he did. He started so much. Like the man made a football club.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He made it, and he's not.
Wembley Cup was probably the
Wembley
greatest
Cup was-
thing
Oh,
ever.
Wembley
ever.
Cup, yeah,
The
but
best
apart
football
from
match
F2.
ever.
Well, not
Yeah, apart
only
from-
half of F2.
But then
half
even the
of
drama kind of made it a bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
I think it got
It's
more
the
views.
Stephen
'cause
Tries drama with.
That's brilliant.
Yes.
Jeremy Lynch.
Jeremy Lynch. Yeah.
and man like
Hacks,
is
yeah.
that it? Yeah.
And like
His
he's like,
videos make me
my
cringe.
mate's a
He's so
comedian,
funny.
and then he just gets roasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen Tries is a comedian.
So
he's,
good.
he's actually brilliant.
I want him to do stand up at some point. I think he'd be fucking.
Well, he
He's
opened
done
one
it
of
a
Whitehall
couple.
sets, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he
but
did, he
he's not done like
A
you
proper
see
set.
like Max
No.
Fosh doing a world tour.
He's unbelievable.
He's so
Oh,
cool.
He's very.
Max
He
is
strikes me as
sick.
someone who's very
Yeah,
clever.
'cause I
There's those
don't-
YouTubers that have those ideas that are just so like
yeah.
turned on. Like Nico is one of them.
Nico.
He has
and
a team
oh,
behind
what's
him.
that
Yeah.
Max Fosh has a team behind him who help write, kind of like make plans
Yeah.
of what they do and
But
and-
Nico was
Sondico. Sondico.
I think Nico for me is the goat of UK YouTube.
Unreal.
He's just unreal. I was in one of his videos.
Oh wait,
Well,
I was in an NDL video where we got loads of clowns to storm Parliament. It was just after Boris got elected.
Oh, yeah.
So we come off the back of a van and
You
get
were
in
in that?
boxes, and I'm in that. Yeah, I'm a
Wow.
clown at the back.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
see there's a clip where he says, "I've decided to bring in people who will take your job more serious," and you see just a bunch of clowns as it pans out. There's someone at the back just waving a box. That's me.
Nice.
Because
I watched that.
I just wanted my bit.
Yeah, because we know Pav Spignev.
Yes, yeah.
He's been on our
He's come on
podcast
a
twice.
couple
Yeah,
times,
yeah.
And obviously he was at the election.
Yes, yeah.
With the glasses and everything.
Yeah, wasn't
That
he
was-
on? He was on a beta video, wasn't he?
Hmm?
Was he on a beta video? As
Yeah,
well?
he was on the Trent video.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good video,
what's Lewandowski's first name? Spignev.
Yeah. He's good.
That was good day. I remember getting. We were actually his first podcast, I think, after that.
Was
Actually, I
that it? Because the
Yeah,
first one
yeah.
I wasn't here for, but then the second one you brought him on again one
Mm.
week, and that was it was good.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He is a
So
very
funny.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
But Nico is unreal.
Unreal.
And Sharky, I love if I could like kind of take my career in someone's vein, it would either be Spen or Sharks.
Fair.
Because like I would love to own a football club one day. That's a dream. But like Sharks, what he's done with his own setup, like he puts his own money into everything, and it's just I've seen it from it's just insane. And he sets up everything. He's obviously got a team now. He's got like Hasib and Mersal who are brilliant and keep it running when he's not there, but also behind the scenes like churn out so much stuff in such good time. But his like Primo, and he's got the thing with Beta, and he's got his own channel as well. Like to have. He's building his own little empire, and I don't think people realise how good he actually is. Sharky is unbelievable, and Nico, I think, is.
But he's Nico, isn't it?
Yeah, Nico's
unreal.
Ridiculous. Just like also like it makes me think that he must have a team behind him.
Nico.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, he's got.
Big
I know
team.
he's got that one. He's got George as his main editor,
Yeah.
but I think.
But I mean, like in terms of the ideas.
Oh yeah. It
Surely.
can't just be him. No.
No. Like,
But,
obviously, like I'm sure he signs like he comes up with a lot of them. But
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm on.
He's
the
a very
upper fence
switched on
with
guy.
him. I think he's 100% him.
You
He
reckon?
strikes me as that kind of cleverer bloke just to have some
but
of
I
these
just
just
think
flowing.
the level is just
Yeah.
a
Oh,
joke.
I think he'd probably have someone there to help him like realize it. But
To
I think
realise it, yeah.
Yeah,
everything,
maybe.
all
Yeah,
the
more like that.
ideas and like the bits and
Mm.
like the moments in the video, all him. I
Yeah.
reckon.
AJ's also a very good ideator.
Oh, yeah.
Because them two said on a. I think they had a mukbang recently, but like they said that they challenge each other to do even better things, and that's the kind of
That's what you need.
that's what I love, and I guess like Sidemen is like I've just kind of grown out of it.
They're just a different. They're just a different.
They're just a
level.
different.
I was
different type
loving
of
it
content.
recently, and then like I've kind of stopped mainly because I'm busy doing so much
Yeah.
other shit right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
YouTube's so on and off in terms of bit. If you're too busy, you
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
And I've just stopped like watching that side. As soon as I got into Hobby FC, I've just started watching smaller creators open cards all day and just like sell shirts and stuff. I mean,
it's
I've gone
quite
down that
niche.
rabbit hole now.
Like my favorite creator probably isn't a football one. It's like there's a guy called Comic Storian.
Okay.
And
you watch Comic Storian.
Yeah, of course.
Do
I
you?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Well, so
I did not know you watched Comic Storian.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
It's not
fuck.
just me. So
he's got so much more respect.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I've watched him for years.
So yeah, he did. Well, he did.
That's so weird.
He
Sorry.
did the reads of the comic books. Like
Yeah, yeah,
how
yeah.
I know
sick.
about comic law is through him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And,
Well, that's-
Well, unfortunately, passed away recently in a car crash.
Yeah.
It was pretty sad. But
Did
his,
he?
Have you know this?
I've not been keeping up, bro.
Yeah, he died. Bro, he died. Genuinely, it's like the saddest thing I've seen. I saw it happen. And I genuinely almost cried. Like it was like a small tear.
Ooh,
So-
that's my
so
childhood.
his-
Just
his-
an awkward smile because this is
You have
just
no
like
idea.
you
Yeah,
learning
yeah.
for the first time.
So his family are running it now. But yeah, like,
Jeez, man.
it's really sad. But like something like
Holy
that.
shit,
Like, it's
sorry.
like a 2-hour like.
Yeah, take your time because that's pretty horrible news to hear.
Yeah.
for the
Sorry
first
about that.
time.
I thought you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, unfortunately.
Such a
he
weird
passed away.
childhood memory, just like
Yeah.
But he's still going. Like he's.
But
he
I like
teenage
that.
memory.
Yeah, but it's amazing. Like when you make content and stuff, it's like that can still live on, and
Yeah.
that's,
Oh, yeah.
it's really nice that
His
he's,
partner
He's
is
probably got
into-
such a great like
Yeah.
fan base as well, which is
His team are going to carry it on. Like
Oh, they are?
there's a guy who did like a couple of videos every now and again. He's going to be the main
Right.
voice, and then you've got the editor's still there. His partner's still working
Yeah.
on it.
So
I
it
know-
was
I know his
still
they've all
partner was
said they're
working
gonna
on
keep
it
going.
still. No, but before.
Yeah,
But
his
I
partner's like in behind the
That's
scenes.
weird.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but like if I'm whenever I'm bored, like I'm doing my dissertation,
Yeah.
like, I'll just stick like one of them on like a couple hours, like.
Yeah,
They
But
are
no,
long. They are
I've
long.
genuinely just moved on from it now because I remember the days when I used to watch just a long Sidemen video and I just think I couldn't think of anything worse now. Now I just literally
There
watch
are a
either
couple that
I'll either
bite.
watch the same football documentary for the 5th time or just to have one in the background or $1 Million Listing LA which is
Yeah.
on Prime now or just like cards, something about football cards,
Football cards.
which I just
Yeah.
adore
I
now.
love that.
So are you more of a tops? What's your cards that you like?
So it's kind of it's gone to a point where it's alienating the typical collector because
Okay.
I think before like you could just go into a newsagent's, get a pack, and
Yeah.
whatever you got in it, you knew you're capable of getting the best possible card in the world in that pack. It was like a Willy Wonka type thing,
Yeah.
but now you've got hobby boxes which contain parallels, which is you got 4 different sets. You got base cards, parallel cards, relics, and like autograph cards.
Okay, there wasn't like this when I was 9.
Exactly, but relics like they'll contain pieces of the jersey inside the
Oh
shirt.
yeah, I've seen
Pieces of a shoelace, pieces of like even after the Euros they contain pieces of the goal net in the shirt. It's
Oh, shit.
stupid, and they'll number them like out of 10, out of 100, out of 99, whatever. So those are them. Then you've got base cards, which is just how the normal cards look. Parallels are just funky looking versions of the base, which are just a bit rarer. Then you got the relics, which are numbered and especially rare of the parallels, and autographs is just when they've signed them.
Mm.
But like Topps and Panini, really, like they're pretty similar. I think they'll each release kind of sects of cards per season, and they just kind of get it going. Like Topps will always have Chrome, or Panini will have Select. Those are their competing ones every season. For me personally, Panini Select are the best looking cards in the world. That's just preference. And then you've got like kind of Renaissance, you've got Topps Museum, which was just random stuff throughout the year. So yeah, like it's kind of gone from you could just buy a pack for
Yeah.
what was it, about like 50p a pound
Yeah,
back in the
something
day,
like that.
to now even simple packs are like £2. And to get these hobby boxes, a chance you like for every 4 boxes there's 1 autograph. So you could buy a box and not get an autograph and just get a couple of
Yeah.
decent looking relics, but that costs 250 quid on the top website.
Jesus,
I think it's 12 packs, 4 cards per pack. So for 46 cards, you're paying 250 quid.
That's dangerous.
48.
So I'm more aware of the Pokemon card game.
Yeah.
Yes, I did that as a kid. So I
was a Yu-Gi-Oh boy over Pokemon.
Same.
Well, actually,
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
it was Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh was
I
cold.
remember being in primary school and playing that. In the outside.
I've still got mine lying about somewhere. I went to Comic Book once.
Yeah.
Meant to take part in a tournament. There wasn't enough room, so they just gave me like a box of packs. I was like, oh my god,
it's
thank
unreal,
you.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like there's just but that feeling of like, because I forgot what it was like to like just open a pack and just wonder what's going to be inside it. So and as an adult, I didn't think there was actually community for it.
Oh yeah.
But in the States, they've gone stupid with it.
I know what in the UK you got Jackmate, you've got
Jackmate.
Danny Aarons does it as well.
Yeah. Simon
does it.
He started doing it as well, which is really cool.
There's a community there for it.
Yeah, and Tosin Adarabioyo,
Yes.
he's got his own business with it.
Okay.
So yeah, so I spoke with him.
Have you spoken to him?
Yeah, I spoke with him and his brother 2 weeks ago because they've got the Huddle FC, and we were speaking of like not a merger but almost like a partnership between Hobby and the Huddle. So we're actually both gonna Tosin and his brother Fis. We're going to the London Card Show this weekend.
Nice.
And it is just like Hobby FC was kind of developed so that, because right now it is just the barriers to entry are too high. I kind of want to get it back. I won't do it on my own, but I like to take it back to kind of where it was. But now you have to pay 30, 40, 50 quid just to get a nice card. Or you see people live streaming on TikTok, whatnot, and you have to buy a slot. Like they'll basically, let's say someone gets one of those Panini Select boxes or gets loads of them. You pay like 30 quid to be entered into a draw.
One of the packs.
They pull your name out. You either get a single pack to yourself or they pick a team. So you could put 30 quid in, put you in a generator.
I've seen that.
You get United, you get Chelsea, you get
and you get all the players from that.
Exactly, but then you could put the same 50 quid and get Wolves.
Nothing.
And you can get some decent cards, but they're not going to be worth as much.
No.
So the problem I have with that, alienates people. It stops people getting involved. It's complicated and it's just a bit unnecessary. I get why it's gone that way, but it's gone too far. And football collecting isn't as big as NBA or NFL. So Hobby FC is a place where collectors come to more so learn about it. Just debunks and demystifies the world a little bit so you can enjoy it and get back to when you were little opening packs. And now making the content on TikTok, Insta is more just talking about nostalgic football, getting people in the mood again and rekindling that childlike thing of opening a pack, because I realize you just never lose it. You go to Sainsbury's now, literally get an adrenaline pack. They're not great, but you get one, you open it, you see what's in it, you want to open the next one. It's just so that's like where I want my career to start going now, more into that world.
Cool.
I think that's a really nice way to end the podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a really wholesome.
Just opening packs as an adult.
We've had some like interesting kind of offshoots of like people with different interests. Like we had mental health last week. Mental health, was it? Health with your partner. Like
kind of like almost like a
relationship
guru
type
thing.
And then we've had Kaylee on last week who talked about women's football and fitness. And then we had
the relationship was 2 weeks ago.
I forget about times.
Yeah.
But and then we had the England captain for wheelchair football come on as well.
Brilliant.
I worked for that. We had the fixtures release day on that day.
Jeez.
I missed that. It was gutted.
It was good. I did my best to do it on mine. But
he's not used to going solo.
So it's good to have lots of different like offshoots into the world of football and like reclaiming the whole pack thing is awesome. Like I don't know about you, but for me, whenever I think about opening a pack, my brain goes straight to FIFA.
Yeah.
Oh, FIFA as well.
Which is a problem because I got addicted to that and that put me in a load of a hole of debt.
Yeah. But that's where Hobby I think will help, because it's not just packs. It is shirts. It is traveling. It's podcasts, stuff to watch, stuff to read. So it's just where football collectors can come together. Like everyone's a different. You might not think you're a collector, but you are. Like in some way or shape or form. So it's just a place to just demystify it all and just be a bit of a wholesome platform.
Well, do you want to shout out your channels? Just look at that camera.
That one there.
1, 2 or 2 or 1. What are we getting?
Yeah.
1. Yeah.
I'm trying to think which ones, because I just realised it was 6. So at Amandev, AMMANDV is my main channel, TikTok and Instagram. At Dev's Football Club, or Dev FC, is football, Instagram, TikTok, mainly United and just a few memes here and there. And then at Hobby FC Gram for Hobby FC on Instagram, and hobbyfc.com is the website.
Perfect. Well, check him out. It's an absolute pleasure today. I
Thank
I could
you.
have kept on going.
Really
to be honest,
appreciate it.
We've got, fortunately, more podcasts. Well, I guess fortunately as well.
Yeah.
But, we'll definitely have you on again.
Yeah,
100%. If you like the video, do enjoy it. Check out all of our socials linked below, and we'll see you guys next week for another Blue Podcast. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.